going to start with important questions for your theory paper. Today we are going to discuss important questions from chapter 2, exactly lesson 2, that is a part of module 2, atomic structure. This is a part of module 2, okay, and the weightage of module 2, which involves 2 chapters, lesson 2 plus lesson 4. The complete weightage of these 2 chapters is 10 marks. Okay, individual weightage is not there. We'll be getting questions overall of 10 marks from this module, which involves 2 chapters, lesson 2 and lesson 4. Lesson 2 we are going to discuss today. Lesson 4 we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, see how, what are the some important questions? So if we read it, overall 4-5 marks, 4 to 6 marks weightage will be there of this chapter. That may be vary. Okay, but from 4 to 6 marks weightage this chapter will take. Okay, question number 1, maximum number of electrons in a subshell with L equals to 3 and N equals to 4 is. What are the options? 10, 12, 14 and 16. Okay, first we have to understand what is the meaning of these two. He's asking maximum number of electrons in a subshell will L equals to 3 and N equals to 4. Look, N equals to 4, that indicates shell, right? L equals to 3, that indicates subshell. L can have any value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. If L equals to 0, that indicates S subshell. For 1, it is P. For 2, it is D. For 3, it is F. Right? He has given L equals to 3. So L equals to 3. That indicates which subshell? That is F. Okay? In F, how many electrons, maximum electrons can reside? F subshell has 7 orbitals, and in each orbital maximum 2 electrons can reside. 2 electrons in each orbital. So in 7 orbitals, how many electrons? Answer please. 14 electrons. If 2 electrons are there in one orbital, how many electrons will be there in 7 orbitals? Obviously 14 electrons. So your answer will be 14. Okay, this setup must be learned. In the question, they can change the value of L accordingly. You have to get your diagnosis. Okay, If L equals to 0, that indicates S subshell. L equals to 1, that indicates P subshell. For L equals to 2, it is D. And L equals to 3, it is F. Okay? In S, there is only one orbital. In P, there are three p orbitals. In D, there are 5 orbitals. In F, there are 7 orbitals. Okay? So in this manner, you will get your answer. In each orbital, maximum 2 electrons can reside. Is it clear? In the species, 199 upon 80 HT, the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons, respectively, are. Look, simplest type of question this is. 80, 119, 80, 80, 199, 80, 119, 80, 119, and D is 199, 80, 199. These are the 4 options for this. First of all, to diagnose whatever symbol is given. HT, 199, and 80. Whenever we are representing any element in this manner, in this convention, whatever the number which is written as superscript, that indicates atomic mass. The number which is written as subscript, that indicates atomic number. Okay, now atomic mass is what? Proton plus neutron. Atomic number is what? Protons, right? And if the element is neutral, that means there is no charge, then it will also equal to electrons. Okay? But electrons can be compared with the proton only for neutral atoms. If any charge is there, then electron and protons will not be equal. Okay, so that this must be clear in your mind. Now see the question again. The number of proton, neutron, and electron. Okay, so that atomic, because there is no charge, the proton and electrons are equal here. Proton and electron, that is atomic number, that is 80. Okay, and neutrons. Neutrons to be calculated as atomic mass is equals to proton plus neutron. And what is atomic mass? 199. That is already given. What is the number of protons? That is 80 plus neutron. Okay, so find out the number of neutron. 199 minus 80. You will get 119. Okay, so we have to find out number of protons. The proton is 80. Neutron is 119. and electron is again 80. This will be our correct option. Okay, so that this format must be learned. What indicate the superscript, what indicate the subscript. That must be clear. They can change the symbol. Okay, this is the just a template of any symbol. They can change the symbol, but they will give you the numbers in superscript and subscript manner, so that you have to get the inference accordingly. Is it clear? Make a habit to respond, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 3. The mass number of an element is the sum of number of, now what are the options? Electrons and protons of an atom, electrons and neutrons of an atom, neutrons and protons of an atom, and the last one is protons only. Just in the previous question, we have done this. Anyone can answer? In question number 2, the same thing we have done. Atomic mass is sum of yes. Students, be attentive in the class. Neutron and proton. Just right, I have written C. Atomic mass C. Proton plus neutron. The same thing can be asked in different manner. Okay? They can change the language in any manner, so that we must be able to decode that language. Question number 4. The isotope of hydrogen which possesses 2 neutrons is protium, deuterium, tritium, both deuterium and tritium. Remember the isotopes of hydrogen? Look, hydrogen has 3 isotopes: protium, deuterium, tritium. Protium is represented as, deuterium is represented as, and tritium is this. Okay? Electron, proton, neutron. Electron is 1, element is same, but the electron and proton remain same. The difference is only in the number of neutrons. Okay. In case of protium, there is 0 neutron. In case of deuterium, there is 1 neutron. In case of tritium, there is 2 neutrons. Okay, so he's asking the isotope of hydrogen which possess 2 neutrons. So in which isotope 2 neutrons are there? That is tritium. This will be your correct answer. Okay. Next question belongs
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the same concept. Okay, just see it and answer. Tritium is represented as it contains one electron, one neutron, one proton, three electrons, one proton, one proton, one electron, two neutrons, one neutron, two protons. Answer please. Just in the previous question we have done this. I'm waiting, students.
Mm. And I think the answer is C.
Yeah, correct. The answer is C. Okay. Whatever number is written as subscript 1, that indicates electron and proton because there is no charge. So that one electron, one proton. And what is this? Proton plus neutron. Okay, so if we have to find out neutron, what we will do? 3 minus 1, that is 2. That will be 2 neutrons. Okay, move next. Which statement is not correct about quantum? Look, this type of questions are a little bit confusing, which are asking not correct. Okay, that means we have to diagnose the statement very carefully. It is a bundle of energy, a quantum of visible light is called photon. The energy of quantum is proportional to frequency of radiation, and G is the energy of quantum is proportional to wavelength radiation. Whenever such type of questions are given, okay, which have the statements, long statements in each and every option, you have to diagnose each and every option separately. Okay, and it is must to read all the options and then only mark the answer. Don't mark just by reading one or two statements and get the marking. That means predicting the answer. Always read all the options. He is asking not correct, means false statement we have to find out. Look, quantum. It is a bundle of energy. That's true. Quantum is a bundle of energy. So this is true. Whenever you diagnose these, just mark it in this manner. Okay? This is true. We need not to read it again because it will take our time. A quantum of visible light is called photon. This is also true. Okay, the quantum, if we are taking from the visible light, that is known as photon. The energy of quantum is proportional. It's not two, it is. Okay, this is. This is. The energy of quantum is proportional to frequency of radiation. Look, the expression for the quantum is E equals to h nu, where h is Planck constant and nu is frequency. So this statement is also true. The energy of the quantum is proportional to the wavelength. Wavelength is what? Lambda. When we open it, nu is C by lambda. So that we can write E equals to H C by lambda. So E and E and lambda are not directly proportional. These are inversely proportional. That means this statement is not true. So this will be our answer. This will be the incorrect statement. In this manner, you will get your answer. Here, if any doubt is there, student, that ask at the same point. Don't wait. Fine. Move to the next question. Complete the following. By given options. Sorry. Complete the following by given options below. Distance, mass, velocity, weak, strong. The principal quantum number determines the of the electron from the nucleus. And the second statement is the electrostatic force of attraction between the ions the electrostatic force in an ionic compound is again blank. Okay, just see what are the words, what are the options provided. Distance, mass, velocity, V, and storm. The principal quantum number determines the blank of electrons from the nucleus. Obviously, it is distance. It is distance. Okay. The electrostatic force of attraction between the ions in the ionic compound. Look, in ionic compound, the attraction force between the ion is quite strong. So this will be strong. This question carries 2 marks. Okay, 1 plus 1. So that you have to find out the most appropriate option from the given one. Okay. Question 8. Depict the amplitude and wavelength of an electromagnetic wave in the form of diagram. Okay, we have to show the amplitude and wavelength of an electromagnetic wave in the form of diagram. It again carries 2 marks. Okay, show how electromagnetic waves can be represented. See, the electromagnetic wave can be represented in the form of this figure. And in this figure, we have 2 marks. What? Amplitude and wavelength. Now see the maximum displacement from the mean position, that is known as A. What is A? That is amplitude. Okay, and the distance between 2 consecutive crests or troughs is known as wavelength. Okay, what is wavelength? Lambda, that is wavelength. So in this manner, you are going to represent it. Am I clear? See next question. Draw the shapes of D orbitals. Look, there are 5 d orbitals. In d subshell, 5 orbitals present. Okay, we have to draw the shape. Again, it carries 2 marks. D, X, Y. Okay, the shape of d orbital is double dumbbell. If we show X and Y in this manner, the lobes of d orbitals lie in between these axes. It is double dumbbell in this manner. One complete lobe will be marked as plus and another lobe will be marked as minus. Then we have to represent D, Y, Z. Then we will mark it as X and Y. Okay, X, Z, Y, Z. No, wait. This will be Z. We'll mark it as Y and Z because this is 2D plane and because these axes lie in the 3D plane, three-dimensional plane. So this is the convention adopted to show three-dimensional figures on the 2D plane. In the same manner, we will draw it. Plus, minus. And the third one is D, X, Z. What we will do in the same manner we will do, but yeah, marking will be matter. X and then Z. Okay? Then mark it, draw it, and then mark it. The next one is dx square y square. Look, these are the 3D orbitals who have their lobes in between the axes. Now we are having the fourth one, which is having its lobe along the axis. This is X, this is Y. So its lobes are along X and Y axis. Plus, plus, minus, minus. Okay? And the last one is dz square. Okay? It is having its one lobe, pair of lobes along z-axis. Okay, this is plus. Okay, and the next pair of lobes is vestigial in this orbital. This is represented in this. Minus, 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 minus. These are 5D orbitals and their shape. Okay, 3D orbitals, dxy, yz, and xz have their lobes in between the axes, whereas 2D orbitals, x square, y square, and z square have their lobes along the axis. Got it? This was 9th question. Move next. Question number 10. Define a photon. Give it mathematical expression. Okay, what is photon? Solution we will write in this manner. A quantum of and what is quantum? Bundle of energy. Okay? A quantum of visible light is called photon. Okay? A quantum of visible light, bundle of energy is quantum. And if we are taking energy in the form of visible light, then that bundle will be considered as photon. What is the mathematical expression of the photon? E equals to h nu. This is mathematical expression for the photon that you need to write. This question also carries 2 marks, one for here, one for here. This would be the distribution of marks. Okay? Right. Next. Uh, if 3D and 4P orbitals are to be filled in an atom by an electron, then which orbital will be occupied first? Explain it on the basis of Bohr principle. Okay, this is the first part of the question. Next, which observation of Rutherford alpha ray scattering experiment lead to the conclusion that all the positive charge of atom was contained in the nucleus. Okay, these are the two parts of the question, 1 plus 1, 2 marks question is there. If 3D and 4P orbitals are to be filled in an atom by an electron, which orbital will be occupied first? Out of 3D and 4P, which will be filled first? Anyone know the answer? Three D will be filled first as it has low energy, then what she's asking about, OP. Okay, this is according to the Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle states that the orbitals are filled according to their energy sequence. The orbital which is having low energy will be occupied first. So in this manner, we have to give the reason. Which observation of the Rutherford alpha scattering experiment led to the conclusion that all the positive charge of atom was contained in the nucleus? Only one out of 10,000 alpha particles was bounced back. This was the observation which gave the conclusion that the whole mass of the atom is concentrated in a nucleus. Is it okay? Understood, students? That's all from my side today. We'll discuss the important questions of the chapter 4, chemical bonding, tomorrow. Okay, I'm ending the meeting. Bye, students.